You're probably saying, John Delemy, what does 15,848 push-ups and Satan have in common? This is probably going to be one of the most controversial, hard-hitting, truthful messages. And you can see the clarity of the video is not as strong as it usually is. I'm doing this in my home. Behind me here is the rower, my rower. I've rowed well over 20 million meters here. There's my concept 2 rower here. And I do 5,000 meters a day in a rower. And I do, look, pay attention here. You know, many of you heard me teach this. I just finished working out, just finished listening to Pastor Greg Locke. Great message today. Got to clear your mind. You got to get your mind and your body strong. It's a war, baby. You can't be slothful. Can't be wasting God's gift in your life. It's enough. I'm preparing, I'm speaking. This is time sensitive. I'm preparing. I'm speaking live this week at 2 major events. And when I speak, I take people's lives are serious to me. At every event, there's an American who's willing to take a stand. God has given me a gift to be able to take God's wisdom and pass it through my mind. So I've written so many books through the grace of God and be able to then deliver a message to inspire just one person to make a decision. So I had a tremendous workout and I'm getting ready. I'm teaching tomorrow night. Here's where I write my messages. Here's my book, and I'm speaking at Italians for Trump. You know, my family came from Italy, 9 of them, average of $17 each in their pocket to America, the land of opportunity. 2 weeks on a boat from Italy in 1913. Legal immigration, baby. Legal. Every illegal alien's a criminal. Lock them up or get them out. Build a wall, throw them out. It's a fact. I got zero. There's no moving on that. Zero. So I just had to record this. You know, Satan kills. You know, I'm actually recording this on 10:10. One of my favorite scriptures is John 10:10. Jesus is coming to give you life and life more abundantly, and the thief is coming to steal, kill, and destroy. It's not up to negotiate. It's not like debating. It's to steal, kill, and destroy. See, socialism is the snake. Communism is the bite. You've heard me, and many of you seen me teach that. It just comes to me when remember every day, guys, every single day I do 5,000 meters on a row. I drink a gallon of water. I eat live food. I'll be 56 coming up here in a couple of weeks. I ain't playing games. Stop playing games with your life. Get strong physically. Get strong physically. Get strong emotionally. So every day also, I do the amount of push-ups for my age. And I always do one more per year. So I am 55 now. I'll be 56 coming up in November 5th coming up here this year. So if you take today's October 10th is 283 days of this year. So I've done 56 push-ups every day. So if you take 283 times 56, you have 15,848 push-ups. That sounds like a lot, but just 56 every day consistently builds up. Well, consistent manipulation by the devil builds up. Just 15 days to slow the curve. You can't even buy food after 11 o'clock. Friggin' gas stations are closed in Florida after 11 o'clock, some of them. We're in Florida. Imagine a blue state. Guys, get out. Get out before they suck you in all the way. Communism. They want to kill you. You know, something else I'll be teaching tomorrow night is one of my quotes is, if your dream is not so big that changes who you are, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. My family had a dream from Italy to come to America for the land of an opportunity, the land of prosper. And I will not waste, you know, many of you see the show I did with my dad earlier tonight. He's 92, talked about common sense. Who would have thought in the 30s and 40s, hey, we're just going to murder babies. Abortion wasn't thought of. Illegal immigration wasn't thought of. Illegal aliens. Disrespecting the law and order wasn't even a thought. Not working, taking money from the government, as you heard my dad talk about that. That's disrespectful to God's gifts. Wake up, people. If this wakes up one person. See, when I work out, I clear my head. I feel stronger. I'm ready to go, baby. You guys, you got to bring in a fight. We talk about we the people fight back, not physically, but you got to fight back with your emotion, with your strength, with your faith. That's why it's a Conservative Business Journal. We are the real news, right here. Real news for American people. I'm not an international journalist. Conservative Business Journal. Real news for the American people. Yeah, put America first. America first policies. And once again, my dad is 92. He's not taking a biochemical warfare. My mom's 90. No jabs, no vaccine. If you did take it, we'll pray for you. Listen to some of the shows we've done with Dr. Betsy. Learn what to do, but stand your ground. Faith stands and fear runs. It's not a game. 56 push-ups a day. Close to 16,000 push-ups. John, how do you stay in such great shape? Commitment and consistency. How does communism come in? Commitment from the cabal and consistency and manipulation. That's why we just posted something and published an article. It says, John DeLemme missing, where am I? We used to average 130 to 140,000 viewers on my Twitter videos. 48,000 to 60,000 lives on my Facebook videos. Now we get a couple hundred because they're scared. You guys are scared of the truth. Let me tell you something. Your time is ticking because God never loses. I challenge all of you. Don't be so busy. Clear your head. Get some private time. Find your place. My place is the gym. I have a home gym and I go to a local gym. And I put my Bluetooth on. I listen to Pastor Greg Locke, listen to Pastor Art Pulaski. I listen to all of my guests I interview. I re-listen to them on my podcast app. Guys, make sure you have my podcast app. Just go to your smartphone, however you download your favorite podcast app. Search out Conservative Business Journal, all one word. Thumb it on in, subscribe. Or just go to our website, conservativebusinessjournal.com, and you'll see up on top, it says podcast. Click on that. Then it says, get the app now, and just get the app and just start listening to it and close your eyes and just listen and learn. Let the faith build up in you because they're getting in a little bit at a time. I mean, you got Democrats following other Democrats into a ladies' room with a camera on, with a mask on. Are you out of your freaking mind? You got an illegal alien threatening someone. Literally, to me, it's a threat. To me, it's a threat. Threatening her to do some kind of law. She's on an airplane in America as a criminal. An illegal alien is a criminal. They have no respect for law and order. Who would have thought, as I said to my dad tonight, the disrespect for cops, the disrespect for the men and women that wear the badge. Who would have thought taking a knee? Like my dad said, you'd never take a knee for the flag if you took a bullet for the flag. You can quote my dad on that. Wake up, people. Now, look, I am not the influencer for everyone. I tell you who I'm not the influencer for. Communist left. That's why they're banning me and censoring me everywhere. So make sure you guys follow us on Telegram. My channel is CBJ Real News. Make sure you follow us on Rumble at CBJ Real News. Make sure you're in my email database. We just hired 3 more writers. Our writers are publishing some articles that are, bar none, tip of the spear, conservative writings. Every morning, 11 a.m., we send out by email some of the greatest conservative messages. And you can visit conservativebusinessjournal.com, subscribe. So I got a challenge. How big is your dream? Do you understand consistency? I mean, right here, like I'm teaching tomorrow night. This is how I write my messages. We'll be on the road every weekend to the end of the year. I'm blessed to be asked to speak. I was interviewed this past week I was on Steel Truth with Ann Vandersteel, The Right Side with Doug Billings. I was on the Red Patriot Show with an up-and-coming podcast to Hannah, young lady out of Kentucky. And this week I got some great guests on my show. I'm speaking at Italians for Trump for the Columbus Day dinner. And I'm speaking Tuesday night for Trump's Tuesday therapy group here. Then I'll be in South Carolina. I'll be in Maryland. I will be in Ohio, then back in Florida, and then I believe in Missouri. Out there speaking a message of conservative values. And when I get my message, I don't have template messages. Very focused. You look, it says right here, it says, America's free enterprise system affords economic freedom and makes it possible for us to achieve our individual goals and dreams. America is the land of opportunity. Opportunity is an amazing word. You know, I'm a wordsmith. I've written many books. I don't play games. I don't play games with this. I haven't been in this game for like 8 months. I've been banned on YouTube and banned on LinkedIn before some influencers even come on board. And I will be consistent and persistent to say you must fix 2020. If you don't have a forensic audit of the voting system, they're going to rob, steal, and kill the election process in America. And if you don't think so, then you're a politician. There's a difference between fixing 2020 and talking about election integrity. A crime occurred in November 2020. The criminals must be exposed. They must pay the price for stealing something. I was born and raised around men and women of integrity. And you see, America gives you the opportunity to achieve your goals and achieve your dreams. Many of you, your goals and dreams are to provide a safe haven for your family. That's tremendous. I always teach, get your home straightened out. Get your home straightened out. And then take your home to your neighborhood, to your city, then to your city, to your county, then from your county to your state, then from the state to the United States of America. And I'm focused on America. Once again, let me repeat what the CBJ Real News is. We are the real news for the American people. And I want to thank all of you that are showing your support. We got demonetized on Google. We have one of the most visited websites on the internet today, proven by website traffic. Google demonetized us. Banned on YouTube, millions and millions and millions of views. And for all the trolls, just go to Conservative Business Journal and take a look at the article we published about John DeLemmy's missing. Guys, we had 137,000 viewers on one of my Twitter lives. That's not views in total. That's live people on. It went to well over 80 million views. I had one video on YouTube. I did in less than 60 seconds. I described why Obama was the worst president for American history ever. It was either 78 million views or 82 million views. That was monetized. Do the math on that. In 72 hours, they said, DeLemmy, your voice is not essential. And they shut it. But let me tell you something. And I tell people, God can trust you when you lose everything. How committed are you? Are you going to stay focused? Most will cower. Most will give in. Most will quit. But that's why I'm so excited for the ever exploding. Let me tell you something. ConservativeMarketplace.com is the radical left's cancel culture's enemy. And when we did our live earlier tonight, this is time sensitive. You might be listening to this video 5 months from now. But on October 10th, I did a live video at my dad's house in his balcony in Boca Raton. And Neva was on. And Neva is one of our consistent supporters. And I think she did 3 orders today on the Conservative Marketplace. She ordered some Conservative Business Journal swagwear. We have T-shirts and long sleeve shirts, and we have Fate. She ordered a Fate Stands Fear on embroidered polo shirt. She ordered Fate Stands Fear on mug. She ordered a Conservative Business Journal mug and a variety of other items, which all that is America based. So Conservative Marketplace, I'm very excited about it because that was a vision from God. God gave me a vision. This is where I get I've written 20 books right here. Doing my push-ups, clearing my head, doing my rowing. I'm writing. I've got a pen right here. My pen's right here. How do you keep track of your push-ups? Right here. Go old school, baby. Get a piece of paper and pen that writes. Keep it plain. Don't confuse it. I'm not a scripted speaker. Joe Biden's a moron. That's why he's got a fake Sesame Street he's got a fake White House because there's 3 Bidens anyway. I don't believe that. Go to DuckDuckGo, look up his earlobes. I'm beyond the stupidity now. The guy wears a mask the size of a car cover. He looks like a dope. John, you're supposed to be a Christian. I'm calling the devil. That's just a fact. Read the Old Testament. David used Goliath's sword to kill him and cut his head off. Bam. Joshua, the walls fell flat. People died during that. What happened to the Egyptians with the water? Moses warned Pharaoh. You see, in God we trust, one nation under God. So push-ups. Now, if I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to do, let me get the exact number again. I'm going to do 15,848 push-ups today. Impossible. You see, you don't have critical race theory becoming a high school requirement under Governor Communism in California instantaneously. You can't do close to 16,000 push-ups in a day. You don't bring communism in America instantaneously. Pay attention. You bring it one compromise at a time. This is huge what I'm saying, because people don't stand their ground. Well, just 15 days to slow the curve. Just wear a mask, no big deal. That's the snake coming in. See, I can never do 16,000 push-ups in a day. Impossible. Just like when I was doing that conversation with my dad tonight. Who would have thought just a handful of years ago that you'd have people spitting on cops in their face? And you have cities defunding police departments. And you have crime skyrocketing in New York City. And guys, look, many of you know, my wife became a realtor because we made so many referrals for real estate that we had, to the advice of our legal counsel, they said, look, dilemma is you better get your real estate license. So we got a real estate. My wife's also an attorney, and it was let's just say a simple upgrade to get a real estate license. You know, anybody in New York, we have a website called this is perfect, Get the Hell Out of New York.com. Get the hell out of New York.com. Or any questions about real estate for Florida, because Florida's exploding, which means when there's an explosion of money in an area, scam artists come out. Any Florida real estate questions, you let us know. You know, the games are over. Tonight was a moving night for me as I'm preparing for a message. My grandparents and my family is in heaven who came from Italy. And I have an opportunity to speak at the Italians for Trump about America, about the land of opportunity, about the Constitution, about the freedom. $17 each on a boat from Italy for a dream. You think I'm going to let AOC, you think I'm going to let Biden, Schumer, where is Kamala Harris? Where is James Comey? Where is Hillary Clinton? Where are they, people? You think I'm going to let them? You think Nancy Pelosi, who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars, if you don't think that there was a shade of insider trading with our husband over the years, wake up. Wake up, people. But the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Well, God is looking for the righteous. And I have to tell you, and I want to summarize this, there's no way. Now, I'll be 56 coming up here in less than a month. I've been working out since I'm 13. I've been working out 43 years of my life, almost every day. I met my wife in the gym 20 years ago. I've been working out every day of my life. There is no way I could do close to 16,000 push-ups in a day. Not going to happen. Some guys say, I could do that. You're an idiot. Let's be realistic. Because guys can be idiots sometimes. We know that. The ego gets so big, they forget any sorts of common sense. But it's like communism. If you flip this back just 10 years, who would have thought critical race theory? Who would have thought spitting in the police, throwing buckets at police? Who would have thought safe zones? Who would have thought abolition zones? Who would have thought burning police departments down? Who would have thought just BLM, just billions of dollars of damage in all these cities and nobody arrested? A handful? Who would have thought that? Who would have thought right now you can't even find anybody to work in America? You got billions of dollars of cargo sitting at ports in America because you can't find workers to take them off the ships and then transport them in the trucks around America. This is a strategic plan by the devil, by Satan. Communism is satanic. It's Luciferian. It's there to kill, steal, and destroy God's talents. If you don't think that, think differently. Just have to think. Let me stir you up. You know, I talk about this in my book. This is not a game. It's not a game. You know, it's not a game. Nobody ghost wrote this book for me. Nobody co-wrote it with me. And if those of you go, oh, John's promoting his book, don't watch the video. I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. I get to a point in life, you got to wake up, people. I paid more for bananas this week than I've ever paid in my life. One of my businesses over the years, I ran 4 smoothie bars. I know the price of fruit. I know the price of vegetables. I just Can't believe how much I've paid for bananas. You go places, there's no avocados. You don't think there was a strategic plan with COVID, the China virus, based out of Wuhan, by gain of function, by that freak show, Fauci and Gates? You don't think that was a strategic communist plan, one step at a time, one push up at a time? You got 16,000. One manipulation, one fraud, one little move, and before you know it, bam. Let's shut down 130,000 restaurants in America, shut down the food chain, give people the money, manipulate them, sit home, play in their smartphones, get sucked into all the Chinese apps, give them money each week. Drug use goes up, alcohol goes up, emotional abuse goes up, family values drop, and all of a sudden they start the law. The election wasn't stolen. I'm high. I ain't working. I'm getting this Chinese jab right now. I'm boosted up. It's free. Pfizer's creating billions of dollars. It's satanic. It's Luciferian. Wake up. And all that does is finishes God's talent. Because with those of you who are Christians, in the Bible, Jesus went crazy when somebody buried his dad's talent. He said, "Are you out of your mind? My dad gave you a talent. You were so fearful, you buried it. Instead of stepping out, have the freedom to produce, the freedom to risk, the freedom to fail, the freedom to learn." That's part of what I talk about in the book. And my books are all self-published here by a publisher in America. Yes, they are available on Amazon, but please do not buy my books on Amazon. Buy them through our store. Once again, all my books are on conservativemarketplace.com, and you visit conservativebusinessjournal.com, and you'll see right up on top store. Or you can visit also cbjrealnews.com. They all link to the same site, cbjrealnews.com. You'll see store. Click on that. And talking about cbjrealnews.com, when you go there directly, it's 4 words. It says, get the app now. Guys, get the app. Get the app on your phone, my podcast app. Listen to all the episodes we've done. Build your faith. You see, it says right here, socialism finishes God's purpose for your life. Wow. It's over. It's like when I hit end broadcast or end video, it's over. Finishes it. Done. I can still be talking, but I ain't going to be recording. Finished. Over. See, socialism finishes God's purpose for your life. We all have a certificate of life, a birth certificate, that gives us the right to achieve our God-given dreams. God is giving you a dream, not the government. The infrastructure bill doesn't give you a dream. Hello, wake up. The infrastructure dream does not give you, the infrastructure bill does not give you a dream. Socialism denies that right by shackling you to a false social equality theory that will never work. It will never work. It will never work. It's just like going, well, I'll just do 10,000 push-ups one day and 6,000 the next day. Ain't gonna work. You're gonna hurt something. You're gonna have permanent damage. But a little bit at a time, it builds up. A little bit at a time of communism, a little bit of compliance, a little bit no big deal. I turn the other cheek. They disrespect the cop. Let me tell you something. You got to stand for things in life. What do you think faith stands and fear runs means? No matter, even as I look at this, I look at my rower. I rode millions and millions. I haven't even counted the amount of meters I rode. I rode millions and millions and millions of meters. Every time I get in that rower, the first 1,000 meters, can't stand them. It feels like forever. No, I average 5,000 meters. Sometimes I do 10,000 meters a day. And the first 1,000 can't, because you're warming up. Your blood's not moving. You're not breathing. That's why oxygen. COVID's worst enemy is oxygen. Live food, fresh food, banana, pineapple, strawberry, blueberry, apple, pear, plum, water. God's foods. Then breathing God's air, oxygen, food. China's worst enemy. Oxygen. Your body is an amazing machine made by God. Give it the fuel and build an animalistic focus like a lion, courageous faith like my man Pastor Art Pawlowski. Guys, the line is drawn. It's over. This was a moving workout for me because God said, Delemy, take this message. And I finished my push-ups and I had a record-breaking time. I did them very fast tonight. And God said to me, just like the push-ups, add them up. It's like communism. How does it happen? a little bit at a time. Because you know why? Right here. Capitalism fires up God's creativity and talent that he placed in your heart when you were conceived. My family in Italy, they were over in Italy going, you know what? In the early 1900s, we got to get to America. We got to get to the land of the free, the home of the brave, where opportunity exists. And they got in a boat for 2 weeks for $17 each and out in faith, stepped out in faith and headed to America in 1913. Wow. Capitalism fires up God's creativity in your heart, and talent that he placed in your heart when you were conceived. That fire ignites a spark that becomes a raging inferno as we bravely pursue our destiny and live out his plan for our lives. Let me tell you something, guys. Procrastination is demonic. Indecision and doubt is demonic. Negative relationships will kill you. Somebody from this message, you've been procrastinating or overthinking or praying and praying and praying. Eventually, David had to say enough is enough and grab the slingshot. It's time to stop praying and start practicing faith. You could pray, which is okay. I do a lot of praying. You row 40, 50 million meters. You're praying a lot. You're sweating a lot. People go, John, how do you drink a gallon of water a day? 1 sip at a time. John, how do you row millions of meters? 1 meter at a time. Hello. How do you do 15,848 push-ups? One at a time. And some difficult times, like when I travel and I'm on the road, I remember in the morning, I think it was the morning just recently, a Professor Toto's event in Lexington, in Guntersville, Alabama. We had a great event out in Colorado, and then we were flying from Colorado to Alabama. We got in about midnight. We got in at 9, 10 o'clock, and I fuel my body. I believe in nutrition. I believe in eating, and I was kind of low in caloric intake that day, so my energy level was not there, and it was obviously nothing open because everything's closed in this country. So I think we had rice cakes and some granola or something we had. And I ate it. And I know when I woke up in the morning, I still don't have the right fuel. And there was no rower there. So I did like 15 minutes on a bike, got my body warmed up, and I do my push-ups and felt my shoulder, my arms. I did them, but it wasn't the best, but I did them. You see, commitment is proven when no one else is around. Let me tell you something. You know what the devil hates is commitment to faith, commitment to your family, commitment to America, commitment to say, you know what? God, give me some wisdom. Like, you know what? Don't take the jab. God will give you a job. Most likely, God has something better for you. Step out in faith. This a lot of people. This is going to be a pivotal point in people's lives. This is pivoting. People are going to pivot because God, because you know what? I could trust them. And then bam, the floodgates open. So guys, I just want to challenge all of you. Maybe this message pushed you like, you know what? This guy Dilemma's out of his mind. Hey, then I'm not the voice for you. I'm not called to be an influencer. I'm not called to speak at every event. I know that. I'm not called to be interviewed in every podcast or every show. I know that. But let's just say this message spoke to someone where the devil, and even if you don't have faith, someone where you know fear and indecision and bad relationships and emotional abuse and sexual abuse and alcohol abuse and just everything going was keeping you stuck. You said, I'm trying to do too much at once. Start today. Do something consistently. Start to stand your ground for America. Stand your ground for In God We Trust, for one nation under God. Stand your ground. This is how it happened in America. People turn the other cheek a little bit of time. Before you know it, you got critical race theory. You got defunding the police. You got abortion at one of the fastest levels ever. Joe Biden will be responsible for butchering and murdering more babies than anybody. Look at this tsunami of illegal aliens in America. Getting onto American planes, threatening Democratic Congresswoman about doing certain bills. I mean, she's on a plane as a criminal. How'd that happen? Couldn't happen in 1913 because my family had to agree to certain things. They had to show certain paper. Couldn't happen in 1913, but it happens in 2020. Because guess what? A little bit at a time. A little bit of time. A little bit of time. Satan works in little steps. Snake slithers in. But if you step in a snake, you kill it. See, right now we have to cut the head of the snake off. Socialism is a snake. Communism close. I mean, they're biting certain cities. They're biting cities. They destroyed. I mean, Chicago, inner city's destroyed. New York City's. I'm from New York. New York's done. New York City's done. Get out. Get the hell out of New York. You've been thinking about get out. Get out. Those of you thinking of Florida, get to Florida. Real estate prices, they ain't stopping. They ain't nobody going from Florida to New York. There ain't nobody from Florida going to Massachusetts. Nobody's going from Florida to California. No one's going from Florida to Vermont or Maine or Massachusetts or New Jersey. No one's going there. No one's going from Florida to Washington. No one's going from Florida to Oregon. Let that sink. No one's going from Florida to, hey, I'm going to move to Chicago. Hey, you know what? I'm going to move to Vancouver. No one's moving to Canada. So this is just a combination of everything. I just being led, guys. Make a decision. That's how things happen. Whatever we could do for you. This isn't. We've been in this business for a long. The business of communication, the business of conservative values. Wow, that's just a message from God to me as I'm sitting here in my home, and my wife's probably like, "What is he doing, screaming upstairs?" This is my row right here. That's the seat right there. How many times that's gone up and down? See it? Millions of times. That's a rower. Up and down. Concept 2 rower. Millions and millions of meters. And the first 1,000, can't stand them. Guarantee you tomorrow when I get on there, I'll be like, don't feel like doing that. Whatever we can do for you guys, we're here for you. God bless you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. If your followers and subscribers and listeners can handle this, share it. Get the message out. My name is John Delemy, the founder of Conservative Business Journal and the host of the CBJ Real News Podcast Show, coming to you live from my workout room in my home. Just listen to great Pastor Greg Locke, a great message, and soaked here, sweating and preparing. I just wrote a message for my message for tomorrow night, my message for Tuesday night. And I was inspired just to compare the consistency of push-ups to Satan, because it's exactly the same. Works a little bit at a time. Before you know it, America will be back in the best shape ever. Take a stand. Do something different today. Go to your school board. Take off your mask. Be your local voice. God bless you guys, and I'll see you soon.